Okay, so we all know and love the movie Titanic, and of course the iconic theme song by Celine Dion. But what if Celine Dion was on the Titanic with Jack and Rose? Titanique is hilarious. I really mean that. It is hilarious. The hit musical features Seth Zosky and Mariah Campos as Jack and Rose, and they're joining us in studio this morning. It is so fun to have both of you, and clearly, I mean, we're twinning right now. I know.
I missed the memo.
Yeah.
It's so great to have you both in. I want you to explain, Mariah, a little bit for those that are unfamiliar with the show. What can you tell them about what it's about?
So it's a fever dream of the Titanic told through Celine Dion as if she were on the ship. And it's told with all of her songs. So every song we sing in the show is a Celine Dion song, one of her greatest hits. So yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah.
You know, it brought me back to when I first saw the movie, right? Which was a minute ago. And I remember going with my boyfriend at the time, and I'm one of 4 kids. We all went with our like significant others. Amazing. And that was like my memory of seeing the Titanic, and we were like crying through the movie. Seth, do you remember seeing it for the first time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I do.
What's your memory of seeing Titanic for the first time?
I was pretty young.
You must have been.
I was pretty young. I just remember it being so iconic.
Yeah.
And it still is to this day.
And you play Leo.
I play Leo.
What's that like?
It's hard shoes to fill.
Yeah.
He's very talented.
Yes, well, so are both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's really, really fun to watch. But I have to ask you, because I got to see the show, I'm dying to know, like, what is scripted and what is improvised, because it feels like it's got that feel to the show that there are a lot of moments that are just sort of like off the cuff, especially the scene with your mother.
My mother.
Is that scripted?
Yes.
Yet.
However, Constant, who plays my mom, Ruth, she has the ability to go off script, which he does every single night.
Yes.
And which is really fun for me because I break a lot.
It was really
funny. He's just so amazing. So yes, every night he kind of switches it up. He does things that are very topical, like political, just bringing things up that honestly happened even that day. And it's been amazing and so fun, and he's amazing. Yeah,
the whole cast really is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I think I walked out of that and I turned to my husband and said, I think this is the best cast that I've seen in like forever, in terms of how you all were casted, how you all were cast, and just your singing voices, the acting is so incredible. What was it like to meet the cast for the first time and to go over to the show?
Oh, well, yeah, that was very special, very special. One thing I will say is Véronique Claveau.
Can we talk about her? She plays Celine
She's
Dion.
unbelievable. The first day, we had never met her, and we did a read-through of the script.
Yeah.
And if you closed your eyes, it was like Celine Dion was in the room.
Yes.
And it was just shocking.
It was shocking.
She's unbelievable.
And it's also her physicality, too.
Yes.
Right?
She has it down to a T.
No, truly. She's the closest thing to Celine Dion. It's really cool.
It is really amazing. Do you have a favorite Celine song?
I mean, that's so hard, but My Heart Will Go On is just, it's one of those songs that like brings you back to a moment where you heard it for the first time, or a moment in your life that, you know, that you just, it brings back memories. It's just so good. And when Veronique sings it, it's
incredible.
It's incredible. Yeah.
It really blew me away. In terms of interaction with the audience, there seems to be that like wink, wink, nudge, nudge with the audience a lot throughout the show. What's that like, to have that interaction?
Yeah, I've never been part of a show that feeds so much off the audience, and we get so much energy. If they're giving us energy, it's lots of fun. When they're a bit quieter, you know, we got to really amp it up.
Yeah.
But the audiences here have been amazing. In Toronto.
Yeah. So good. And how do you feel about the audience interaction?
Yeah, it's so fun. I'm actually used to doing a lot of pantomimes, which are very, very similar. And so I love it. I really feed off of it as well. And the audiences come to our show and they love it so much. And it makes us feel so good too, because, you know, we're bringing joy to a lot of people who can come in and kind of forget about the outside world and just sit and laugh.
And laugh. I almost brought my 12-year-old child, and then I'm, after the show, I realized I would have had a lot of explaining
to do. We've had some young kids.
Oh, I bet.
Honestly, we
I
have.
bet. I know, because their takeaway is a little bit different from the adult
It is.
takeaway, for
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
It is fantastic. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
The Mirvish production of Titanique has been extended and is now running until January 19th at the CAA Theatre in Toronto. Thank you both for joining us, Mariah and Seth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.